got the Colonels and the Privateers in a Southland Conference matchup. We're underway with Latrell Jones controlling the tip. It's Nelson, Huffman, Spencer, Jones, and Littles on the floor for the Colonels. Sankey, Henry, Jackson, Cooper, and Vincent on the floor for the Privateers. Nichols had their first possession, getting it inside. Latrell Jones backing down, spinning, reversing it to Huffman. All the way through. Nice soft touch at the rim. It's 2-0 Colonels. Nichols 6-4 on the Southland Conference season, trying to keep the pace with the powerhouses. UNO trying to stop a 7-game losing streak. They're 3-7 in the league, 3-8 in the league rather. Uncharacteristic for them. Cooper feeds it inside, down low, point blank layup miss, but a putback is up and good by Tyson Jackson. Spencer, and get to Jones in the corner for a triple. Strong, rebound goes to the Privateers. UNO doesn't have Jordan Johnson in the starting lineup tonight. He's their leading scorer, averaging 17 a game. It's been a struggle for the Privateers throughout the course of the year. Vincent, as they work it around the perimeter now. Cooper getting the Sankey, now back out to Vincent. Shot clock down to 10 for the Privateers. Cooper attacks baseline on Huffman, kicking it out for a three-point try. No, rebound goes to Caleb Huffman. Boy, has he been good for Nichols this year. Quickly the other way, Jones in the corner. Bang! The Colonels get a three-point try from their most consistent, their most steady player, Latrell Jones. Latrell has averaged 13.7 points per game in conference, 14.7 points for the season. Sankey from Canada, Winnipeg, Canada. Transfer from Valparaiso. Reversing it to Cooper, and it's deflected out of bounds to the Colonels, an early turnover. Busy day on campus today. We had a softball game across the way. We had girls basketball, which UNO won a couple minutes ago. And now for the men. Spencer to Nelson. Those two guys had a big day Saturday. I'll tell you about them in a second. Littles. Jones, how about another? And one! He's fouled on a three. Latrell Jones, 3 points, +1. It's 8-2 Colonels. What a start for Nichols. Take a look. NBA 3, got ran through, and the bucket. And Latrell telling Pierce Spencer, hey, Pierce, I know you had a big day against Houston Christian on Saturday, but I could have a big day today for the Colonels. He's already got 6 points. And missed the free throw from the Privateers. Quickly the other way at the rim, blocked by Littles. With the offensive rebound going to Henry. And to Jackson, no, and a foul is called on the shot. Nichols comes into the game off of a 92-91 win over Houston Christian, a game where Pierce Spencer scored 5 points in the last 22 seconds. As we get a look at that last call, yeah, right there on the arm. Good call by the officials. For UNO, they lost 78-70 against Incarnate Word their last time out, as the free throw is no good. Austin Claunch of the Nichols Colonels in his 5th season. What a job they have done. Back-to-back regular season championships in the Southland Conference, and they're in position to try to make it 3 in a row as UNO converts 1 of 2. Nelson to Jones, who's had the hot hand. Now he's spinning on the baseline. Attacking, and is called for an offensive foul. So Latrell Jones is called for the charge. And he says, man, I don't know if I agree with that one. But there was a lot of contact. Now the Privateers will come against some Nichols pressure. Cooper throwing it to Sankey. Across the timeline in the early stages of the game. 3 minutes in. Henry to Rouse, who attacks, and it's going to be just a goaltend or a foul with the goaltend. They're going to say, yeah, that's an and one. They're going to say it's a foul and the goaltend. So it's going to be an and one for the Privateers. We take a look. Yeah, Spencer got him with the body. It's a good call by the officials, and it was a clear goaltend. So it's Caleb Wilson Rouse, a junior from Chicago, Illinois, the University of the Pacific. Shot is up and good. Spencer now to Littles. Backing down, tough shot. No, rebound goes to the floor, and UNO's got it. They're pushing it down the floor. Saki on the right side. Get to the baseline. It's to Henry. Henry reversing it to Saki. Force it inside to Jackson, and the Colonels take it away. Here comes Nichols. Spencer in transition. To Nelson. Now Jones had the hot hand. A little shot fake in the mid-range. Shoots it up in traffic. No rebound to Littles, who's at the rim and draws the foul. So Manny Littles will go and shoot two. He's kind of the engine that never stops for this Nichols team. He's all over the glass as we get a look at Henry there for UNO. Manny just never stops moving, never stops competing. He's one of the most well-liked guys on the team. Shooting 57% at the stripe in conference play. Misses that one. And also 57% from the stripe for the season. As Tyrese Terrell will check into the game for the Colonels. UNO's going to get Simeon Kirkland into the game, a senior transfer from UAB. One more for Manny Littles. Try to break this little mini run that the Privateers are on. He splits them. It's 9-6. Littles will take a breather. Eduardo Del Cadia will check into the game, the transfer from UNLV. UNO trying to handle that pressure defense. Cooper. Get to Saki. Comes the other way. Colonels get into man-to-man after the press is broken. Cooper reversing it to Rouse, who attacks, shoots a tough shot in traffic. No, rebound goes to Spencer. Spencer pushing it down the floor for the Colonels. Tries to lob it at the rim. Nelson, good hustle by Nelson, and he deflects it off of a Privateer. That looked like a dead red turnover, but Nelson did an excellent job saving it and keeping possession for the Colonels with 16:02 to go in the opening half. Nelson will inbound. Gets it to Spencer, but it's pulled away by Doty. Doty has it knocked out of bounds by Nelson, and that'll lead to our first media timeout here from Thibodaux, Louisiana. The Colonels have got out running, and they've opened up a 9-6 lead in this Southland Conference matchup between fierce rivals. 15:57 to go in the opening half. It's 9 for Nichols, 6 for UNO. We'll be back on ESPN+.
Did you know one of Nissan's EVs survived the North Pole?
And one can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And they're all emission free. But don't get an EV for the E. Get it because it pins you to your seat. Sparks your imagination and takes your breath away. Nissan EVs aren't just electric. They electrify you.
Do 2 W-2s make a W-4?
Hi, I'm April. I know tax season can be a little messy.
With TaxAct, you get your maximum refund. Switch to TaxAct and start for free.
At Metro, you can save even more than before. Get a free Samsung Galaxy 5G with 50-megapixel quad camera. And with a phone like that, you can share even more family moments. Only at Metro.
Wow. Mia, can you send me that? Sure.
Mia, can you film me then?
Mia!
Can you send me that?
Hey, can you send me that?
Sure.
For legal reasons, we can't say an Egg McMuffin is a hangover cure. But it probably wouldn't hurt to have one delivered. Just putting it out there. Order McDelivery in the app.
Winter weather in Chicago, you know what that means. You have to be prepared, so get your vehicle winter ready with a service checkup. Check those tires, get your oil change done at ChevyDriveChicago.com. You can find a service checkup dealer near you.
Colonel Dance team having a good time here in Thibodaux on a busy day on campus. Nichols trying to salvage a split of this conference doubleheader. UNO won the women's matchup. The Colonels lead 9-6 in the early stages here. Saki working on Spencer. We play on, reversing it to Doty. Now getting to Wilson Rouse. Bell at the high post to the corner. Good defense from the Colonels. Now UNO gets a three in the corner. No rebound goes to the Privateers, who attack the baseline and then throw it away. Kirkland did all the hard work. He got the rebound but then threw it away. Now the Colonels take a stab at another possession. Spencer. Get to Delcadia. Delcadia to Nelson. Good move from Nelson. Baby hook, no. Delcadia tries to tap it. Rebound goes to Kirkland, and here come the Privateers. Saki. Kirkland fakes the handoff to Saki. Now reversing it to Wilson Rouse. Tough mid-range pull-up short. Rebound goes to the floor, and Huffman's got it, and a foul called in transition. Huffman does such a good job of getting the rebound and then just going, throwing it down your throat, and puts a lot of pressure on opposing defenses there. UNO had no choice but to foul him. Take a look. No doubt foul there by Caleb Wilson-Rouse. Spencer all the way through, hop step, and he draws the foul. So it'll be the fourth team foul on the Privateers. And Pierce Spencer, the junior from Porter, Texas, Lake Creek High School. Take a look at the drive. A little reach right at the last second. Sparked the whistle. Spencer's kind of a jack of all trades here for the Colonels. He does a little bit of everything in conference play, averaging 9.4 as we get a look at Coach Claunch. But back to Spencer, 9.4 points, 4.5 rebounds. Leads the team with 36 assists, 39% from three. Does a little bit of everything, and he made them both. They get it back in play, 11-6. Murphy across the timeline to Kirkland. Reversing it to Bell, forcing it inside. No, rebound fought for, and the Colonels got it. Huffman. Nichols in transition. Huffman a blur. Tries to force it inside to Nelson, but it's thrown away. Now Wilson Rouse getting it to Murphy. Privateers down 5. Get it to Doty. A foul will be called on Nelson. Nelson reached in at the last second, and it led to the whistle. Get a look right there. He reached in. Not for that, everything was clean, but definitely a slap there, and will lead to the fourth team foul, and the first foul on Nelson. Kamani Doty, the sophomore from Brooklyn, makes the first. The Colonels will get a couple of subs. Ryan Maxwell and Latrell Jones. Schlesinger to my left, and his staff urging his team to rebound better at the other end. It's a three-point game. Made them both. Terrell. Cross midcourt to Delcadia. Doesn't catch it clean. Now he's got a handle on it. He attacks all the way through Delcadia, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. Good penetration from Eduardo Del Cadia. But good recovery defense by the Privateers. And Manny Littles will check into the game for Del Cadia. Look, not a bad move, but great recovery defense from Doty blocking it away. Huffman using the screen to Littles. Jones attacks. Inside to Littles, good feed, good finish. Excellent pass from Latrell Jones, and then a UNO turnover, trying to get in transition, threw it away. The Privateers are arguing that the pass was tipped, but I don't think they're going to win the argument. So now Nichols looking to add to their 5-point lead. Terrell reversing it to Maxwell. Now Jones, he's made a few, missed that one. Rebound goes to the Privateers. A little bit of a heat check there. Murphy handing it to Vincent. Kirkland. Uno getting into the paint. There's Rouse. Shot clock down to 10. Kirkland with a tough one in the lane. No, rebound to Huffman. Huffman with a home run pass to Jones. One-on-one. Got it. Little English from Latrell Jones at the rim. And it's a 7-point game for the Colonels. Murphy. Into Wilson Rouse. The Vincent now attacking the baseline is Murphy. Inside to Bell, shoots it up and in. Dante Bell scores it. The sophomore from Shreveport. Now Terrell quickly the other way Littles, and they overshot the pass out of bounds. Not a great decision there from Terrell. Leads to the turnover. UNO will take over. Chance to make it a one-possession game. Got to look at Coach Schlesinger a second ago. Boy, what a job he's done at UNO. 12 seasons now. He's won the conference tournament, made it to the NCAA tournament. Wilson Rouse to Henry. Ooh, the Colonels nearly stole it, but instead it'll be a block by Littles on the mid-range attempt by Murphy. Terrell to Littles, attacks into the lane, reversing, shooting it up, and banks it in. Manny Littles yelling and screaming as he runs down the floor. He gets a block and then a bucket, and the Colonels are up 7. Come the Privateers, Henry. And we have backcourt on the Privateers, which will lead us to our under 12 media timeout. The Colonels are getting out in transition and are playing excellent defense in the early stages of the game. With 11:50 to go in the opening half, Nichols leads 17-10. You're watching Southland Basketball on ESPN+.
No two dreams are the same. But there is one van equipped to handle them all. For over 120 years, Mercedes-Benz vans have been built, upfitted, and ready to go. Because we believe dreams should never stay that way.
I'm a screen-addicted tween, and if I'm not posted on
social media,
I don't feel seen. Hey, Mom, look. Mom? Oh, my God, Mom, you gotta look at this.
Nope. Keeping my eyes on the road is paying off with Drivewise. Post about that.
Boring. Oh, say cheese.
No, thank you.
Unblock me.
Stop.
That was awesome. Hey, what's your ad? I'll tag you. Get Drivewise from Allstate. Save 40% for avoiding mayhem, like me.
Wow. Mia, can you send me that? Sure.
Mia, can you send me that?
Mia, can you send me that?
Hey, can you send me that?
Sure.
Welcome back here to Thibodaux. We got to look at Mark Schlesinger looking at that stat sheet. He ain't going to be happy what he sees. 3 of 12 from the field. Or his Privateers, they're struggling offensively. On the flip side, the Colonels are 6 of 12. So when you're shooting 25%, they're shooting 50%. You'll be down 7 at the 12-minute mark. Spencer. Versing the basketball to Maxwell. Huffman. Attacks all the way to the rim with the reverse miss. Rebound goes out of bounds to the Colonels. I think Huffman there maybe did a little bit too much. He got all the way to the rim. I don't know if there was a reason to attempt the reverse there. Maxwell will get it to Spencer. Spencer backing down. It's up in the air to Huffman. Spencer, clock down to 10. UNO jumps the screen. A 3, no. Rebound goes to the Privateers. Littles missed the 3. That's not his game, but he almost made that one. Rouse quickly the other way. 11:05 to go in the opening half. Saki. Right side of the floor. To Henry. Reversing it to Vincent. Good ball movement. Get it inside, and a foul will be drawn by Tyson Jackson. The junior landed at UNO from Middle Tennessee State. It's a big dude, 6'9", 245, as Manny Little saying, hey, man, I didn't foul him. Let's take a look. Manny, we love you. You fouled him. You fouled the heck out of him. Got him across the arm and with some body contact. Jackson shoots the free throw up and good. Look at some instruction going on. Coach Klonge giving some direction to Huffman. I think he's going to tell Huffman the same thing we just said. You get to the rim, just do the simple stuff. Don't need to try the reverse layup if you got the rim. It's a 5-point game. Spencer to Maxwell. Now Huffman inside to Littles. Good catch. Now backing down. Little baby hook. Strong. Rebound to Spencer, but it's knocked out of bounds to the Privateers. Coach Schlesinger liking the energy his team's bringing defensively in the last couple minutes. See if they could turn it into another basket here on this end. First, they got to get the ball in bounds, and Rouse nearly steps out of bounds on the baseline. Henry picks up his dribble and hands it to Saki. To Jackson. Wilson Rouse in the corner, long 3, strong. Rebound goes to Littles. Littles will hand it to Spencer, and the Colonels pushing it in transition, and it's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Nichols. Latrell Jones, the leading scorer in the game so far for the Colonels. He's got 8. Nichols has pretty much led throughout here. UNO will get Vincent out of the game. Jones to inbound. To Littles. Hands it back to Jones. Jones attacks baseline. Spinning inside. Good pass. Nelson missed it. Put back. No, but he'll draw the foul. Boy, what a find from Latrell Jones. Feeding Merrick Nelson. And we got a little skirmish. Teams are having to be pulled apart by the officials. This is a rivalry, and these teams are not too keen on one another most years. Coach Schless meeting with his brain trust, trying to figure out ways to keep the Colonels out of the rim, or out of the paint rather, and away from the rim. Nelson, the graduate senior from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. It's up and good. Boy, in his last game, he was exceptional. In the Colonels win over Houston Christian, he had 23 points, was all over the floor. Nelson's kind of what you'd call a hybrid, right? He's 6'7", he's kind of a power forward, he's kind of a small forward. If you need him to play center, he could play center. Need him to go out on the perimeter and handle the ball a little more, he could do that too. Defensively, could guard all 5 positions. And he stands into that one and made them both 19-12. Saki for the Privateers. Left side of the floor. Top of the key, attacks into the lane. Good defense by Spencer. Great defense by Spencer. It's a miss. Spencer throws a home run pass to Jones, and it's stolen away. Now the Colonel's got it back. Spencer on the right side at the rim, lays it up and in. He turned it over, got it back, and then went down the floor and did it himself. It's a 9-point game. Now Nichols trying to get another steal. Jones. The Privateers will come across the timeline hard. Vincent. Nichols up 9. To the corner, Cooper at the rim, and he'll draw the foul. That'll be, I believe, on Manny Littles, will be his second. And it is. You can see UNO playing without Jordan Johnson as we get a look at the drive. Right there, the foul on the arm. Playing without Jordan Johnson, the Privateers, it's just a struggle offensively for UNO. Limited offense, limited shot creating, shot making, as the free throw is good. Delcadia will check in. So knowing that, the Privateers will have to draw some fouls, they'll have to get to the free throw line, and they'll have to manufacture some easy offense. Try to make up for what they're missing. They made them both at the line there. Spencer. To Nelson. Jones, a long triple, short. Rebound goes to the Privateers. Jackson. 7-point game in the middle stages of the opening half. Saki to the middle to Cooper. To Wilson Rouse. Now Tyson Jackson. Good denial defense and a deflection by the Colonels. Clock down to 8. Wilson Rouse stepping back, clock down to 5. Got to get something up. It's stolen. Spencer in transition to Nelson at the rim. He missed it, but he draws the foul. What a pass by Spencer. And then an excellent job by Nelson catching it under the basket and immediately jumping up to the rim. Let's take a look at this. That's not easy to do, to catch this and go right up in the same motion and get up to the rim. Great jumping ability from Merrick Nelson. And just a beautiful find from Pierce Spencer. Nelson's free throw is good. It's bonus both ways for the rest of the half. Both teams have 16 fouls. One more shot for Nelson. He's got 3 points, all of them at the stripe. And he made them both. Good job. 9-point game. UNO trying to crack that pressure defense. Cooper to Saki. Across the timeline. Handing it to Vincent. Ball movement for the Privateers. Doty got the switch on Delcadia. Step back 3, no. Rebound to Jackson, but the Colonels pry it away. Here comes Huffman pushing it down the floor. Delcadia's at the rim, reverse, lays it up and in. Good find in transition. The Privateers were not quick enough to run the floor and get back. First double-digit lead of the night for the Colonels. Saki. To the corner, Cooper attacks and makes the layup. Here come the Colonels in a blur. Huffman, look out, he's at the rim. The Euro kicking it to the corner. White a 3, no. Jalen White is a 3-point assassin, but he missed that one. Here come the Privateers to the corner. Saki to Cooper with a triple. No. Rebound goes back tapped out of bounds. Spencer tries to save it. Nearly hurdling the mayor out there, Mr. Kevin Claymaw. But the ball goes out of bounds, and that'll lead to our under 8 media timeout. The Colonels are playing fast. They're getting in transition, and they're having a good start to the game. They're up 9. It's 25-16, but a lot of basketball left. We'll be back in a minute on ESPN+.
Did you know one of Nissan's EVs survived the North Pole?
And one can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And they're all emission free. But don't get an EV for the E. Get it because it pins you to your seat. Sparks your imagination and takes your breath away. Nissan EVs aren't just electric. They electrify you.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on? Sure, it's wireless. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password? It's Buick Envision. That's a really tight spot. I used to hate parallel parking. Me too.
The Buick Envision, built around you, all of you.
Get 3.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on Buick Envision models.
At Metro, you can save even more than before. Get a free Samsung Galaxy 5G with 50-megapixel quad camera. And with a phone like that, you can share even more family moments. Only at Metro.
Wow. Mia, can you send me that? Sure.
Mia, can you send me that?
Mia, can you send me that?
Hey, can you send me that?
Sure.
Everyone gets a BK stacker.
Tiny dancers.
2 linebackers.
To each their own. Burger, swagger, satisfaction, buffet.
At BK, have it your way.
We called Pierce Spencer jack of all trades. Look at this effort. If not for the front row chairs right there, he would have saved that ball inbounds going into the bleachers. What effort from that young man. Just came up a hair short. UNO will take over with 7:16 to go in the opening half. Privateers are 4 of 16, and they've just turned it over again. In transition, Spencer draws the foul, and he'll go shoot 2. UNO, the offense has just been ugly. That is now their 7th turnover. They're shooting 23.5% from the field. If not for 8 of 9 at the foul line, they would have hardly scored anything at all. It's been a struggle. 8 of their 16 have come at the stripe. 0-4 from 3. Now Spencer has 4 points in the game. Let's make it 5. He's also got 2 rebounds. And he made them both. It's an 11-point advantage for the Colonels. Deflected out of bounds. Good job by Nelson getting his paws on that one. The official saying 7-11 on the game clock, 29 on the shot clock, saying 1 second should have went off on each. Now Doty will inbound. There, we got it. Let's play on. Saki. Cross midcourt. UNO needing to find some offense desperately. It's been a struggle. Cooper has it stolen by Delcadia. Another turnover. Delcadia, slam on the left side of the rim. Coach Schlesinger calling a timeout. Delcadia going wild. His teammates are fired up. The big fella from Singalalia, Italy. And the transfer from UNLV with the flush. With the left hand, slam dunk. The Colonels lead by 13, and Delcadia's energy sparking that run. Boy, he's been pretty good today. He's now got 4 points in the game. And you see that camaraderie he's got with Manny Littles, the starting post player, showing a little love to the backup post player, who just made a big play in transition. Out of the timeout, UNO's got to find a way to protect the basketball. They now have 7 turnovers. When you've got almost double the turnovers that you have made field goals, that'll make that guy really happy when you're facing him. So Coach Klon's got to be pleased with his defense. Kirkland, Pisaki. Cross midcourt. Doty. Doty doing a lot of dribbling, getting to the top of the key. Kirkland. Kirkland into the body of Delcati and out to the right corner. It's Saki. Shot clock down to 5. Tough shot, but a foul called before the shot. They'll give him the shot. Be a foul called on the rebound box out. They'll give them the 3 points. So I think UNO is going to shoot 1 here at the line. Now the officials are saying they're going to review it. So we're going to take a replay review to see if the foul occurred before the 3-pointer or not. This is a big call for UNO because with offense hard to come by, boy, they can't afford to have this one taken away. Replay officials are to our right. They'll be discussing this. If the foul occurred before the shooting motion started, it'll just be a foul. If the foul occurred after the shooting motion started, it'll be an and 1. UNO will get 3 points and will shoot 1 shot. Let's take a look. They're fighting and fighting and fighting, and I can make the argument that that foul occurred before the shot got up in the air. So Coach Schlesinger might not like the result of this replay because, boy, that hand checking and body contact and pushing and shoving, I think, was going on before the shot started. The officials are to my right reviewing this right now. They're huddled up and looking at it. And it looks like they're going to actually count the shot. So I was wrong. They're going to give them the 3. And then UNO is going to go shoot a 1-and-1. So a big bucket for the Privateers. They're still looking at it, but they did give the signal a second ago that the shot would count, and there's your signal there. So they get the 3 and get a 1-and-1, potentially a 5-point possession for the Privateers at a time when they desperately need it. It's like one more look. They're fighting right there, but the whistle comes right here, and the shooting motion had already started. So I think that's a good call by the officials ultimately. It's when the whistle blew, and when that whistle blew and the foul was signaled, he was already in the shooting motion. So I think a good job by our crew there. Now Dante Bell will be shooting 1-and-1. Could be a 3-point possession, could be a 4-point possession, could be a 5-point possession. But all depend on this first free throw from Bell. It is at least a 4-point possession as he makes the first. One more shot coming. And he makes them both. So it's 5 points in that trip down the floor for the Privateers. They desperately needed it. They were down 13. They cut it to 8. Spencer. Get to Maxwell. Maxwell throws it away on the handoff. Doty in transition at the rim, lays it up and in, and boy, a quick 7-0 run. The Privateers have life. Huffman in a blur the other way to Jones. The corner for a 3, short. Rebound tapped and up in the air, and the Privateers have it. Quick 7-0 run and then an empty possession. UNO with a chance to make it a 1-possession game with a 3. Saki has it deflected. There's Spencer, gets it to Delcadia. Huffman 1-on-1, lays it up and in. Great active hands from Spencer and an excellent outlet pass from Delcadia, and the Colonels get a much-needed basket. And a tough finish by Huffman at the rim. Can't forget about him. It's the Privateers. Bell to the corner. Saki. Clock down to 10. They feed it inside to Kirkland. Working on Maxwell. And a foul will be called. That'll be a 1-and-1 situation for the Privateers. That's the one thing Coach Claunch will probably hope that his team does better in the second half as we get a look. It's going to be a little shove right there. You see him extend the arms. That's where the foul came in. Coach Claunch will be wanting his team to play better, more foul-free defense in the second half as the free throw is up and no good. In and out. Rebound goes to Spencer. Spencer looking to push to Jones. Look out. Left-handed layup and one. Latrell Jones having some words for the UNO bench. He gets an and one, and he continues his big play in the first half. He's got 10. The Colonels lead by 10. Look at this, is a tough finish. There's a lot of contact with the left hand, soft off the glass. And get a look, he's going to say a couple of things to that Privateer bench. You know, this one means a little more to Latrell. He is a New Orleans native facing the University of New Orleans. Free throw is no good. Front of the rim and out. 5 minutes to go in the opening half. The Colonels have been in control pretty much throughout. Cooper using a screen. Now to Wilson Rouse. Misses the triple. Rebound up in the air and the putback. No, but a foul will be called. Good activity on the glass by the Privateers that time. They'll go shoot a 1-and-1. That's the second foul on Maxwell, so both Colonel Post players have 2, which will lead to Makai Collins coming into the game. A 1-and-1 for Dante Bell. Let's see if UNO could convert it. Actually, they're not going to say it was a 1-and-1. They're going to say it was a shooting foul on the tip, and he didn't make the first. So Makai Collins checks in, 6'8" sophomore from Cedar Hill, Texas. Giving this team some good minutes at times this year. The second shot is up and good, made them both. Privateers have shot it well from the stripe tonight. Jones. In the attack, loses the dribble, gets it back. Now to Spencer. Spencer near midcourt. Delcadia, shot fake into the lane, look out! Delcadia with a flush and one! My goodness, where did the hops come from? Eduardo Delcadia playing with explosiveness, with authority in the slam. And you could see his teammates feeding off of the energy that he has brought in tonight. He's got 6 points. I'll be going shoot his free throw. 4:24 to go. The big fella splashes it through. It's an 11-point game. Getting some love from his teammates on the bench. They love the big fella here in Thibodaux. It's going to be a media timeout. The Colonels lead by 11, 36-25. Nichols trying to make a run to end the first half in stride, but UNO and Mark Schlesinger have other plans. We'll be back in 2 minutes. It's the Southland Conference rivalry matchup on ESPN+.
Did you know one of Nissan's EVs survived the North Pole?
And one can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And they're all emission free. But don't get an EV for the E. Get it because it pins you to your seat. Sparks your imagination and takes your breath away. Nissan EVs aren't just electric. They electrify you.
Coming this year,
This is about everything.
to the Hulu and Disney Plus bundle.
This is why we're perfect together. Hang on.
Epic adventures on Disney Plus.
You're a different adventure.
This is just the beginning.
And stories you'll love on Hulu.
What did you say?
It's dazzling.
Love it.
Hulu and Disney Plus. Better together in 2023.
So brilliant. Spot on.
All of these and more streaming soon.
At Metro, you can save even more than before. Get a free Samsung Galaxy 5G with 50-megapixel quad camera. And with a phone like that, you can share even more family moments. Only at Metro.
Wow. Mia, can you send me that? Sure.
Mia, can you send me that?
Mia, can you send me that?
Hey, can you send me that?
Sure.
When you order a Big Mac in the McDonald's app today, you'll earn points you can redeem for a free Big Mac in your future. Future you says, thanks. Earn free food with the app.
Look, Delcadia plays with some pizzazz now. But boy, today he brought out the hop slam dunk number 1. And then how about this last one? In traffic, getting an and 1. 7 big points for the Colonels, who lead by 11. Big play from their senior from Italy. UNO out of the timeout. Trying to make some things happen. Bell. Tough shot, no good. Rebound goes to Collins. Here into Spencer. Spencer. Reversing it to Collins. Now Jones. Jones reversing it to Delcadia. Jones to Delcadia attacks. Good pass to Jones for a triple. In and out. Rebound goes to Huffman at the rim. Loses it, gets it back. Now throws it up in the air. Spencer comes to it at the rim. Reverses it for a layup that's up and in by Collins. Good activity by the Colonels, creating a bucket. Wilson Rouse. The Colonels up 13. Nichols could do no wrong on offense in this first half. UNO backs down. It's going to be a held ball, I think. Yep, the arrow pointing to the Privateers. Colonels are shooting 48.1% from the field in the opening half. Privateers get it to the corner. It's Doty into traffic, into the body of Spencer, lays it up and in. Good strong move. Really strong move that time from Doty. Colonel's gonna have to get the ball in bounds. Delcadia to Spencer. Working it across the timeline. Pierce Spencer inside of 3 minutes to Delcadia. First pass to Jones at the rim. That's a tough shot, but the little kiss off the glass. Latrell Jones having a half. He's got 12. Wilson Rouse. It's deflected out of bounds off the knee of the Privateers and out of bounds to the Colonels. Nichols just continuing to have active hands, continuing to force turnovers, and that's going to continue to draw that type of reaction from Coach Sless. Terrell across the timeline. Delcadia. Backdoor cutting Jones, but UNO hopped in front of it. Good defense by the Privateers. UNO needs to make a run here in the final 2:30 as we have a stoppage. I'm not sure why. Oh, they had to reset the shot clock. I see what happened. This officiating crew has done an excellent job in the first half. These two teams are playing very physical. They're going to review something on replay. And Coach Sless just got the message that they're going to just review the clock here. So nothing that's going to impact the score, nothing that's going to impact any fouls or anything. They're just reviewing the look at the clock. 2:25 in the opening half as of now. A second or two may trickle off based on the results of this review. It's been a good first half. Teams have going back and forth at one another. But Nichols has gotten the better of it thanks to 50% shooting, 14 of 28 from the field. I mean, you do that, you'll have a great opportunity. And the Colonels really think, as you get a good look at them there, they really think they've got a chance to have a special season. They really think that they've got the best team in the Southland Conference. It's a Southland Conference that is wide open. There are so many different teams that have a chance. We've seen so many different results here. Got to look at some of the faithful here in Thibodaux having a good time. And those folks that you're seeing there are part of the reason why the Colonels think they've got as good a shot as anyone, because they think at home they're going to go undefeated. They have gone undefeated at home so far this season, and they think anytime they get somebody matched up here in Stouffer Gymnasium, it's an advantage to them. Even the Broom crew are dancing and having a good time here at Stouffer. For our Colonels team that's 1.5 games out of first. Officials are taking a peek. Right now the clock reads 2:25 with 25 on the shot clock. Don't know if that's going to change any. Let's see. They are talking to the timekeeper, which would lead me to believe that it's going to change. And yeah, they'll actually drop it down to 2:15. With 28 on the clock. So there were some adjustments made, and now we play on. UNO in possession of the basketball. Get to Henry. Now to Wilson Rouse. Privateers got to make a nice little surge in the last 2 minutes, get this maybe back to single digits. Wilson Rouse against Jones. They go to the corner. A little curl. Cooper with a mid-range. Tough shot. Air ball. Rebound to Huffman. Huffman coming down the floor hard. In transition. Has it taken away. But the Colonels will pull it back. Jones. Jones reversing it to Terrell. Now Delcadia with a shot fake. Good pass inside to Jones. Lays it up and in. The big fella with a gorgeous find. And Latrell Jones continuing his great work. He's got 14. Wilson Rouse. 90 seconds on the first half clock. Doty, they get it inside, and a foul is drawn by Tyson Jackson. Good strong move by Jackson. He'll go shoot two. Jackson at the line. Missed it off the heel. We got to look at Tyrese Terrell. Nichols up 15 as the free throw is good. Now it's down to 14. See if the Colonels could create another strong possession here. Terrell. Delcadia. He's been initiating, passing the ball beautifully to Jones. Now to Collins, getting it to Terrell. Delcadia feeding it to Collins at the rim. To cutting Huffman. Boy, the ball movement for the Colonels has been exemplary in the opening half. Just one beautiful find after another. And I got a stat for you. How about this? The Colonels have 10 assists in the opening half as a foul called on Delcadia. You know how many assists UNO has? None. They don't have an assist yet in the game. That's the reason, part of the reason why the Colonels are leading by 16 as we look at Delcadia, who just committed the foul. Free throw is good. That's the one bright spot of the game for UNO, is that they are converting at the line. They're now 14 of 17 at the stripe. But boy, they're struggling mightily from the field as they make them both here. Chance for a 2-for-1 if the Colonels want to take it. Spencer. It's Delcadia all the way through, reverse, missed it. Rebound goes to the floor. UNO's got it. They did take the 2-for-1. Cooper. Getting to Wilson Rouse. Looks inside. Now they get to the high post. Jackson. Jackson out to Cooper. Now back to Jackson. Turn face. 18-footer. No. Rebound goes out of bounds to the Colonel. So Nichols will have the shot clock turned off with 18.8 to go in the opening half. Nichols will want to hold for one here. Get a good clean look. They'll get Jalen White into the game, the sharpshooter. His job is going to be, if you catch it in the corner, pull the trigger. 16 on the clock. Spencer across the timeline at 10. Colonel's got to get going. Spencer shoots a tough shot. No. Rebound tapped, and the Privateers got it from 3/4 court. No. And that'll bring us to halftime in a first half that the Colonels have led pretty much throughout, thanks to some sparkling offense. Nichols has done an excellent job shooting 16 of 32 per game. Busy day for our ESPN Plus crew, but I want to shout them out for a job well done. We start the second half. Spencer across the timeline for the Colonels. They have their original 5 out there. Nelson handing it to Huffman. All the way through. Scoop shot, lays it up and in. Good finish from Huffman, who has 8. Now the Colonels trying to get into that pressure again. Cooper all the way through. Nice move, but he missed the bunny. Rebound goes to Littles. Here comes Nichols in transition. 2-on-2. Spencer with a crossover, and he missed it. Rebound tapped to UNO. Boy, Spencer shook him, but couldn't finish it. Cooper getting it to Saki. UNO's got to make a run. Down 16. You got to start clawing back into this one. At the top of the key, Cooper wide open. Missed it. Rebound goes to the floor, and the Privateers pull it away. Vincent to the rim, and a foul will be called. Good pass. Amarion Henry, the freshman from St. Louis, will go shoot 2. Take a look. Oh, yeah. Clear as day. Got him across the bicep. He raised his hand right away and said, yes, sir, that is on me. Hard to deny that one. Free throw shooting has been the strength of the game for UNO tonight. They're 15 of 18 at the line. And made another one, 16 of 19. That'll make that guy, Coach Schlesinger, very happy. Make him even happier if they could start consistently getting some stops at the other end. Start clawing back into this one. Made them both. Come the Colonels. Spencer coming hard the other way. Get to Nelson. Handing it to Jones. Jones has a clean taken away. Good job by Cooper, but Jones takes it back. Jones loses it again, and UNO pulling it away, and that'll be a foul on Latrell Jones. When you get on the floor, you're not allowed to just hog tie the guy who has the basketball. Latrell called for the foul, his second. So a sloppy sequence there for the Colonels, committing a couple of turnovers in a stretch of about 10-15 seconds. Now Saki. Colonels doubling the ball. Gets it across the timeline to the middle. Henry. Back to Saki. UNO 1 of 7, and we have a foul called. Nope, not a foul call. We have a wet spot on the floor. Some perspiration on the floor, which will lead to the stoppage with 14 on the clock. But back to what I was saying a minute ago. For UNO to get back into this game, they're going to have to start making some shots from the outside. They're 1 of 7 from 3. You're down double digits on the road in the conference. You're going to have to make some shots from a distance. So we got to look at our gentleman there sweeping up the floor. They got a fleet of them. They got 5-6 broom guys. It looks like the work's not yet done. Got to clean up another wet spot. UNO will have possession, down 14 with 14 on the clock. seconds to go. They get to the corner. Saki stolen by Nelson. Huffman at the rim, one-on-one, lays it up and in. Just an open floor turnover, creating an opportunity for the Colonels. That's going to drive Coach Schlesinger crazy when he's watching this one back. Saki looking inside, very physical down there. They get it to Jackson. He's doubled inside for a goaltend. Good find, good finish by Omari and Henry. The UNO bench right to my left, just urging their guys on, just saying, hey man, like, we've got to start getting some stops. They're scoring a little bit, but the defense has been the issue. Spencer inside to Littles, good catch. Littles looking to back down, and an offensive foul called. Coach Clunch don't like the call, and looking back at this one, this may have been a flop. You see him shaking his head. He's not happy. That's the third foul on Manny Littles. I thought that the contact was embellished a little bit on this one. Let's see. Manny Littles hitting you is going to drive you back, but boy, I think he was leaning backwards and anticipating that one. 50-50 call. Manny didn't like the whistle. It is his third foul. UNO getting into Saki. Across the timeline. Henry forces it inside, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds to UNO. Good hustle by Huffman, nearly leaving the gym, running down the floor trying to track that one down. This team be without the play of the senior from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, who's going to actually take a breather here. Privateers to inbound. Saki in the corner. Going to get to Wilson Rouse, and we have another clock stoppage. There have been some issues with the game clock and the shot clock not being synced up throughout the game. The officials have been on top of all of them. I think that they're going to lower a second or two off of the shot clock. Currently reads 17:37 on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock. I think a few are going to come off the shot clock. You got to look at an adorable little Nichols fan in the upper portion of the seating. She's got her pom-poms, and then another fella. I like this guy right here. Got that cotton candy working. Boy, I'm sure a mom sitting right next to him going to just love when it's bedtime in an hour or so. Little guy ain't going to want to go to sleep with all that cotton candy in his gut. The joys of being a kid. They reset the shot clock down to 14. Latrell Jones jumping up and down right in front of me. You guys watching on the ESPN Plus picture, I am right behind these guys right here, which is Vincent and Jones. And now we rock and roll. They get it to Wilson Rouse. Shot clock down to 5. Wilson Rouse gotta go a long three. No, rebound goes to Spencer. That just wasn't a good possession. Shot clock reset to 12. They're gonna have to they're gonna have to stop it again. The shot clock reset to 12 instead of to 30. Coach Claunch and Coach Schlesinger are frustrated. They're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Coach Schles is on the floor rubbing down some perspiration. It's taking the flow out of the game. Some clock issues here. You get a look at Coach Schles. As soon as the ball hit the rim, the clock reset to 12 instead of to 30, and they're trying to iron that out and figure out what's going on. Now they've got it reset to 20 with 17:06 to go. Both teams trying to stay in sync, trying to stay in rhythm in a second half that hasn't had a whole lot of flow to it just yet. Got to look at the crowd. Nice size crowd here at Stouffer Gym. The students are back on campus here. This does turn into a very nice little home venue. And the Colonels defend their home floor in stride. They have not lost a home game yet this season. And boy, they've only lost a handful of them in Austin Claunch's entire tenure. Now the clock's reset to 12, and I don't think that's right either. Now we got it to 24. So the issues, I think, have been rectified, and we will play on. We'll see if they stay rectified with 17:06 to go. Delcadia will check into the game for Littles, who has 3 fouls. Terrell gets it to Spencer, and the clocks both start. There we go, Spencer. Get to Nelson. Reversing it to Terrell. Corner 3. No. Rebound goes to UNO. Vincent. Osaki. UNO with a chance to try to saw this lead down a little bit. Saki. Studying the floor, directing traffic, throws it up in the air to Henry. Now to the corner for a 3. That's Rouse. In and out. Rebound up in the air. Nelson's got it. And the Colonels have numbers. Nelson to Spencer. And UNO recovered nicely. Terrell wide open 3. In and out. Couple of straight misses from the Colonels from behind the line. Now Saki. Tax has it taken away by Nelson, but a foul will be called. Too much contact. And that'll be the 3rd foul called on Merrick Nelson. Latrell Jones takes a breather. Caleb Huffman checks back in. Yeah, just too much out as a hip check there. Be a good play on Super Bowl Sunday, but still a little too early for that on Thursday. Saki getting into Vincent. Reversing it to Henry. Long 2, short. Rebound goes to Jackson, puts it up. No rebound to Spencer. Spencer coming hard the other way for the Colonels. Protecting a 14-point lead. Huffman, and an offensive foul called on Delcadia. Huffman attacked. Delcadia cleared out the lane, and that should lead us to our under 16 media timeout. The Colonels are in front, leading by 14, but UNO's trying to make a charge. You're watching Southland Conference basketball on ESPN+.
Did you know one of Nissan's EVs survived the North Pole?
And one can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And they're all emission free. But don't get an EV for the E. Get it because it pins you to your seat. Sparks your imagination and takes your breath away. Nissan EVs aren't just electric. They electrify you.
Miscellaneous expenses.
Tax worries. With Tax Act, you file for less and get your maximum refund. You're gonna need this. Oh, other way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Switch to Tax Act and start for free.
At Metro, you can save even more than before. Get a free Samsung Galaxy 5G with 50 megapixel quad camera. And with a phone like that, you can share even more family moments. Only at Metro.
Wow. Mia, can you send me that? Sure.
Mia, can you send me that?
Mia, can you send me that?
Hey, can you send me that?
Sure.
All of Sonic's under $2 craves are under $2, so you can get something tasty without breaking the bank. Sonic under $2 craves.
Sonic. Undefeated South Carolina, unbeaten LSU. Sunday at 2 on ESPN.
$14-point game for the Colonels. 48-34, but there's still plenty of time for UNO to get back in it. in a game that UNO frankly has to have. They have dropped 7 in a row in the Southland Conference, Chase. The Colonels trying to improve to 7-4. Big game both ways. Privateers will inbound out of the timeout. Get it to Saki. Against that full court man-to-man pressure defense. Has disrupted the timing of the Privateers. Saki on the right side of the floor, getting it to Wilson Rouse. Attacks. Now to Vincent. Nearly throws it away. Good hands by Wilson Rouse. Clock down to 8. Doing a lot of dancing, but not getting it inside. Saki's going to have to put one up. He attacks. Tough shot. No. Rebound goes to Spencer. And here come the Colonels. 1-on-3. Spencer will draw a blocking foul. So Pierce Spencer going against the grain. Didn't have numbers, but attacked and made something happen, and he'll go and shoot 2. Coaches will often tell you, pull it out, but when you see that, you know, you could take advantage of the defense, that's exactly what Pierce did, and that's the first team foul against UNO compared to, listen to this, 5 against Nichols. Nichols has committed 5 fouls as Spencer makes the free throw in the first 4 minutes and 40 seconds of the half. But you're saying to yourself, Casey, what does that do? Well, that is going to allow UNO to shoot a lot of free throws in the second half, which, when you're down 15, that's an easy way to maybe claw back in it. Spencer misses the second. 15-point game, Saki. Midcourt. Surveying the floor. Getting it to Henry. Getting it inside to Jackson, and he'll draw a foul. That's the 6th team foul on the Colonels. So UNO will be shooting for the rest of the game at the 15-minute mark. Get a look. There's no doubt right there. I mean, he hammered him. Delcadia got to do a better job staying on his feet. That's now 3 fouls on him as they make the free throw. Jackson. Here's Jack Benjamin, the wonderful radio announcer for the Colonels Sports Radio Network, to my right, saying UNO trying to chip away. He's exactly right as they make 2. Spencer loses it. They're fighting on the floor for it, and he gets it to Delcadia, who will call a timeout. I don't know why Delcadia called timeout. Coach Claunch is looking, saying, hey, we didn't want that. Just bring the ball over the floor, but we'll take a media timeout. UNO trying to get back in it. It's 49-36. Got a good ball game on our hands. It's Southland Conference basketball on ESPN+.
Did you know one of Nissan's EVs survived the North Pole?
And one can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And they're all emission free. But don't get an EV for the E. Get it because it pins you to your seat. Sparks your imagination and takes your breath away. Nissan EVs aren't just electric. They electrify you.
At Metro, you can save even more than before. Get a free Samsung Galaxy 5G with 50-megapixel quad camera. And with a phone like that, you can share even more family moments. Only at Metro.
Do 2 W2s make a W4?
Are you kidding? Hi, I'm April. I'm here to help. I know tax season can be a little messy. That's where filing with TaxAct can make all the difference. And with TaxAct, you get your maximum refund. Oh, looks like you really cleaned up. Switch to TaxAct and start for free.
Wow. Mia, can you send me that? Sure.
Mia, can you send me that?
Mia, can you send me that?
Hey, can you send me that? Sure.
It's incredible. You came in after work. It's the only time you can. Savory steak and bacon, grilled cheese sounds like a great plan. Wow, kids online are really mean. Sonic steak and bacon, grilled cheese.
Sonic.
Colonels take the timeout. Now we'll possess the basketball as we got to look at Coach Schlesinger trying to will his team back. UNO is not playing well offensively, but they're hanging around, down just 13. Spencer. Gonna get Delcadia playing with the 3 fouls, holding it high. And they get to Huffman. Huffman to cutting Delcadia. Nice finish. The big fella continuing to play well. He's got 9 points and a good find from Huffman. Now Saki. Right side of the floor to Doty. Tough shot. No, rebound goes in the air. UNO's got it at the rim. They'll draw another foul. That's the 7th team foul on the Colonels. That one on Huffman. 7 fouls for the Colonels, and we have played 5 minutes and 45 seconds in the second half. It'll be a 1-and-1. Nope, they'll say it was a shooting foul, so the shot is up. It wouldn't matter. Doty made it anyway, as the Colonels will get Littles in as well as Latrell Jones. Delcadia sprinting off the floor. Starting to be some lingering foul issues. The Colonels have several players with 2 fouls. In fact, every single player on the floor right now for Nichols has at least 2 fouls. So we'll keep an eye on that as UNO makes it a 13-point game. Huffman doing a little dance into the lane, and he's fouled. So that'd be the 2nd team foul on UNO. The attack. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was just a shove in the back right there. Easy call for the officials. Spencer to Littles. Now to Maxwell. Into Jones. Clock down to 8. Maxwell backs down. Tough shot. Puts it in. Good finish for Ryan Maxwell. Every time it feels like UNO's clawing back a hair, boy, the Colonels get a big bucket and throw some ice on that flame. It's been an excellent way to protect the lead. Nichols has not trailed at all in this game. UNO gets it inside, backs down. Spencer takes it away. Look out, Jones. Slam with the one-hand power slam. Latrell Jones with 16. Saki across the timeline. Get to Kirkland. Now Wilson Rouse into the body of Spencer. Tough shot. Good defense from Spencer. Better offense from Wilson Rouse. Spencer quickly the other way, all the way through. Into the lane, up in the air, gets it to the corner. Jones with a 3. No, rebound goes to UNO. Kirkland. Wilson Rouse using a screen. Getting it to the corner for a 3-point try. Got it. Big shot from Daniel Saki. And UNO's cut it to 12. Huffman in a blur. Loses it out of bounds to UNO. A quick turnover. And the Privateers starting to get a little life here. A 3-pointer and a turnover with 12:30 to go. UNO hanging around. As we take a look, Latrell Jones with the flush. He could fly. So often we see him do that. Plays well above the rim. And he's got 16. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Nichols is the most consistent player. Well, he gets about anywhere between 12 to 20 just about every game, sometimes a little more. Doty to Kirkland to Doty. Throws it away. That'll be a UNO turnover. Coach Schlesinger was furious. Yeah, look at him right there. He is livid. Called a set play there. A couple guys knew what they were doing. A couple of guys didn't. And he's not happy about it. And little things like that are why you're 3-8 in the Southland Conference at this point. Just miscommunication issues. Spencer tries to force it inside, but Nichols will compound the UNO turnover with a turnover of their own. This has not been a very clean basketball game. We have seen 26 combined turnovers between the teams, 14 for UNO, 12 for Nichols. And we've just seen another UNO turnover. They get it to White. Spencer just got the steal. He'll throw it away. We're opening up a bakery franchise here, folks. Turnover after turnover. Now 28 combined turnovers between the teams. Saki using a screen on the right side. Now top of the key, reversing it to the left corner. Rouse dropping it to Bell. And he'll draw a foul. So that'll lead us to our under 12 media break. UNO struggling on offense, but Nichols continues to give them back the ball with turnovers. It's 55-43. You're watching Southland Conference basketball on ESPN+.
Did you know one of Nissan's EVs survived the North Pole?
And one can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And they're all emission free. But don't get an EV for the E. Get it because it pins you to your seat. Sparks your imagination and takes your breath away. Nissan EVs aren't just electric. They electrify you.
At Metro, you can save even more than before. Get a free Samsung Galaxy 5G with 50-megapixel quad camera. And with a phone like that, you can share even more family moments. Only at Metro.
Wow. Mia, can you send me that? Sure.
Mia, can you send me that?
Mia, can you send me that?
Hey, can you send me that?
Sure.
It's incredible.
No two dreams are the same. But there is one van equipped to handle them all. For over 120 years, Mercedes-Benz vans have been built, upfitted, and ready to go. Because we believe dreams should never stay that way.
Welcome back here to Stouffer Gym. Get a look at Coach Mark Schlesinger. He just had a good long look at that stat sheets that are given to us at all the media breaks. And you could see he was just shaking his head. He was frustrated. His team is shooting 29% from the field, have 15 turnovers. But with all that having been said, they're still only down a dozen as the Colonels are turning over the basketball a ton in the second half and are leaving the door open. Free throw missed by Bell. The second shot also no good. Rebound to Jones. Missed opportunities there for the Privateers. Had a chance to cut it to 10. They didn't convert either. Terrell to Nelson. Jones attacks the right side at the rim, and he'll draw the foul. Latrell Jones will go shoot 2. He's got 16. It's a bad job defensively there by UNO. The entire coaching staff is screaming, he's going to drive right, he's going to drive right. And they let him get right. You see the foul there at the last second by Wilson Rouse. Jones has been big tonight. We've chronicled that throughout the broadcast, but he is 0 of 2 at the line. Is that the reverse announcer's jinx where you talk about how poorly someone is shooting and then they make one? It's 1 of 3 now. He's got 17. And he made them both. I think that is exactly what happened there. It's a 14-point game. Privateers getting into Saki. Trying to beat the press. Colonels jump into the passing lanes, try to get a steal. Delcadia's got it, but he lost it to the Privateers. A lot of contact down there, man. Terrell was hooking the player with the ball on the floor. Then Delcadia came away with it. Coach Claunch is happy. Coach Schlesinger is saying, hey, man, my guy got mugged. Trying to get a whistle. Saki using the screen. And the Colonels take it away. Huffman, look out, showtime. Slam! Caleb Huffman getting in transition. He's got 12. Long pass down the floor, stolen by Jones. Jones with a step back and a pass inside to Nelson. Nelson at the rim, the baby hook, flushes it in. Danger time for UNO right now. Coach Schlesinger trying to call a timeout, and now he'll back off. He was on the floor signaling for a timeout, didn't get it. Now he's calling and it will be granted it. The Colonels are going wild. In transition, a flush, a turnover, and a baby hook, and it's an 18-point Nichols lead as this one's starting to get away from the Privateers. It's a 30-second timeout. Privateers just have had a whale of a time as we take a look at the Huffman transition flush, driving it down the floor, and then Nelson getting to the rim, and a nice soft touch. Balanced scoring for the Colonels tonight with Jones 18, Delcadia with 9, Huffman with 12, Nelson with 6, Spencer with 7. They're just hitting in so many different directions. And how about the play of Huffman? How about this stat line? 12 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 6 of 7 shooting, as the fans love it here in Stouffer Gymnasium. They've been having a good time in that section the whole night. Been dancing, enjoying themselves. That's what Thursday nights in the Southland Conference are for. Getting out and passing a good time. Saki to Jackson. UNO down 18. They've got 10 minutes to play with. Doty. Into the corner, inside to Doty. Tough shot, no rebound. Delcadia. Home run pass to Jones. He catches it, and a lot of contact, and a foul will be called on UNO Saki. If they didn't call foul there, I think Coach Claunch would have come unglued, because there was just a ton of contact. To get another look, if this ain't a foul right there, I don't know what is. Good catch, and yeah, you didn't get much basketball at all, just shoulder to arm. Colonels windbound. Terrell, I think it's a Nelson. Back to Terrell. And a turnover. Boy, that's been the 2 Achilles heels for the Colonels tonight. They've turned it over a ton, and they have committed a ton of fouls. They could clean that up. They would be all the way on the way to Easy Street. As it stands right now, they're up 18 anyway. Jackson into the corner. Cooper. Tough shot, long 2, no good, and a foul called on the rebound. And I think this one's going on the Colonels. Nope, going the other way. That was on 3, Dante Bell. So Nichols will draw a foul on the box out, and the Colonels will have possession. $18-point game, 9:27 to go. Offense has been a struggle for UNO. You figure it's going to be hard for them to score 18 points in 9 minutes. So the Colonels are really in a good spot. Terrell. Getting it to number 10, Maxwell. Handing it to Huffman. Huffman's had the hot hand. Nice feed to Maxwell, who lays it up and in. Huffman with his 5th assist of the night, filling up the stat sheet. It's a 20-point Colonel lead. Wilson Rouse to Henry. To Jackson, mid-range, in and out. Boy, just the offense is not easy for UNO. And we're going to have a carry. That's a good call. Latrell Jones committed the carry violation, which will amount to another Nichols turnover there, 16th. Coach Claunch saying, hey, let's keep going, guys. Keep going. Keep pushing. And what's it say about the Colonels in a very, very competitive Southland Conference that they could play this way and be up 20? Any other team in the league, you turn it over 16 times, have a ton of fouls, and give up 26 free throws, you'd be losing. This team here is up 20. We have a moving screen called on UNO. Tyson Jackson didn't like the call. It's the 16th foul on the Privateers. Take a look. Oh, I think he may have an argument. I mean, he's standing there. Didn't really move a whole lot. Luttrell just kind of sold it a little bit. I think Tyson may have an argument there. I'm not sure about that one. Terrell. Gonna get to Maxwell. Now Jones for a three. Nothing but the bottom. Bullseye for Luttrell Jones. He's got 21. Wilson Rouse. Cross midcourt. Colonels are in complete control, up 23. They get it inside, stolen. And it's showtime in Thibodaux. Slam with two hands, Caleb Huffman. Timeout, Coach Schlesinger. The Colonels are dominating in Stouffer Gymnasium. They've ballooned out a 25-point lead as it's immediate timeout. The Nichols Colonels are showing why they are one of the best teams in the conference and why they're excellent at home. Huffman with the flush. It's all Colonels on ESPN+.
Did you know one of Nissan's EVs survived the North Pole?
And one can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And they're all emission free. But don't get an EV for the E. Get it because it pins you to your seat. Sparks your imagination and takes your breath away. Nissan EVs aren't just electric. They electrify you.
Wow. Mia, can you send me that? Sure.
Mia, can you send me that?
Mia! Can you send me that?
Hey, can you send me that?
Sure.
Your favorite thing delivered right to your door means that you never have to stop doing your other favorite thing. Nailed it. Order McDelivery in the app.
This time of the year, they say, let the good times roll in Southeast Louisiana. It's Mardi Gras season, a lot of parades rolling this weekend, and the good times are rolling for the Colonels. They're up 25. Wilson Rouse will have it poked out of bounds. It'll stay with UNO. And for the Privateers, it looks like it's going to be an 8th straight loss. They just are having a hard time on offense and defense. It's been an ugly performance for UNO. As we're going to have a hold. That's a good call. It's a hold. Luttrell Jones committed it. UNO will be shooting 2, I believe. I think that's the 10th foul. Nope, the last 1-and-1. As we look right there, yeah, Luttrell's got him hooked. So good call by the officials. And the last 1-and-1 for Caleb Wilson Rouse. And he missed it. Rebound to Manny Littles. It's kind of the story of the night for UNO. Terrell. Across midcourt. And Maxwell. Jones. The body of the defender using a screen. Jones. Maxwell thinks about the 3. To Jones. Shot clock down to 5. A heat check. That's way off. But he was up against the clock, so it's not a terrible shot. But boy, that was about 30 feet. Can UNO score a little bit at this end now? Not for free throws. It's been rough. They only got 10 field goals in the entire game. Vincent. Henry. And we have a moving screen. So an offensive foul will amount to another UNO turnover, as Pierce Spencer will check into the game. For our Nichols team, that, boy, it sure looks like they're going to get to 7-4 in the Southland Conference. And they've got a huge game coming up on Saturday against Southeastern. It's a team that's the top of the standing, but it's also a team that the Colonels beat badly here in Thibodaux earlier in the year. Get it to Littles on the block. Up in the air to Terrell, steps into a triple. Nope, rebound goes to the Privateers. Henry. Inside of 7 minutes, and Spencer takes it away at the rim. And folks, that one play right there is the story of the entire night for UNO. Just a careless turnover leading to an easy 2. Privateers get to Henry. Now Vincent into the body of Huffman, and it's an offensive foul. And guess what? It's another UNO turnover. That will be for the game their 22nd turnover. 22 turnovers, 10 made field goals. That's not a winning recipe. 22 turnovers, 2 assists is not a winning recipe. And that's why the Colonels are up 27. Spencer. Into Littles. Out of Huffman. Huffman using the screen. A little dance. A long reverse pass to Spencer. Maxwell loses the dribble. On the floor with it. The Colonels got to get up a shot. They're on the floor, and that should be the end of the shot clock. See if that's what they call. Let's see, there's going to be a timeout given to Nichols on the floor, but I think they're going to have to go back and look at this on the replay monitor, because I don't know that UNO ever had possession to reset the clock, which I think should have led to a shot clock violation. But it is a timeout. Let's see. Well, we're going to have a look at the clock here on this one, but let's see if UNO ever got possession. You don't have it there. You don't have it there. Yeah, that shot clock may be there. Oh, actually, you know what? It's UNO who got the timeout. My bad. I'm over here critiquing the officials. It's UNO on the floor who got the timeout, so they actually got it right. If it would have been the Colonels, it would have been a shot clock violation, but UNO got on the floor and called the timeout. So my apologies to those 3 gentlemen right there who've done an excellent job. That's why they're paid the big bucks. My loudmouth just over here talking about stuff that isn't even right. 6:02 to go. The 30-second timeout called by the Privateers. Coach Schlesinger's going to be happy with the fact that his team just dove on the floor for a loose ball. Down 27. See, Coach Schles was arguing that it was a shot clock violation because if it would have been, he would have got to keep his timeout. That's where he was making the complaint. Now I understand. Murphy. Getting it to Jackson. At the rim, a layup is up and in, and one. It's Darius Washington, the sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, who scores it. .552 to go. UNO down big, but they're shooting one after an and one. Oh, that was Wilson Rouse who scored it. I had the wrong number. I gave that one to 22 Washington. That was Wilson Rouse who scored. He gets the and one. He's got 8. Terrell attacks the right side. Getting to Maxwell. Maxwell into Littles. Littles doubled. Getting it to the corner. That's Amir Paul who missed it, and it's off of the Colonel's out of bounds. Lance Amir Paul getting his first action of the night. Now Delcadia will check in for Maxwell. .5:29 to go in a game that Nichols has never trailed in. They have led for 96.8% of this game. The other 3.2% have been ties. UNO's never led. Preston Murphy feeds it inside to Tyson Jackson. Now to the corner. Murphy. Wide open three-point try. It's a brick that time from Wilson Rouse. A home run pass. Delcadia doesn't catch it clean. If he did, he would have tried to flush it down. They get to Lansomere Paul. Inside of 5 minutes, Paul using a pick. Steps into a triple. Goes off the glass, no good. Rebound to UNO. Cooper at the free throw line. Little Euro loses the handle. Little's got it. Now to Delcadia. Delcadia with the home run pass to Huffman, who steps into a three. Got it! And that'll be the exclamation point to this one. Huffman has been incredible tonight. 17 points. An incredibly efficient night for him. He's 8 of 9 from the field. 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Wilson Rouse. They feed it inside to Jackson. And one. So UNO gets basket in the foul with 4:11 to go. Tyson Jackson has played hard tonight. He's got 12. You get a look at him banging down there with Delcadia. Drawing the contact and getting the foul. Jalen White will check in. The Colonels will get Huffman out. I think he's done for the night, and if he is, how's 88.9% shooting from the field? I'd say that's pretty good. Free throws up and good. UNO will give it Omarion Henry into the game. For Jackson. 4:11 to go. All Colonels. A big second half surge has led to Nichols being in command. They get it to Delcadia at the rim. No. Rebound goes to the Privateers. 4 minutes to go. They attack. Murphy. Being the floor. Penetrates the right side. And stolen by Delcadia. Delcadia 2-on-2 break. At the rim. Blocked away. Which will lead us to our final media timeout. But Nichols is having a good time. They're going to get to 7-4 in the Southland Conference, and they're going to keep the pace with the powers of the league. Colonels up by 24, the final stage of this game when we're back on ESPN+.
Did you know one of Nissan's EVs survived the North Pole?
And one can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And they're all emission free. But don't get an EV for the E. Get it because it pins you to your seat.
Hey, Fridge. Hey. Did you know Auto Trader lets me shop for cars by monthly payment? So I know what I'll pay before I buy.
Cool.
Was that a refrigerator joke?
Keenan, chill.
All right, just stick to making ice. I didn't mean right now.
Can Degree Advanced pass the T-shirt challenge? Let's see if Joel gets any sweat bars. Unbeatable non-stop protection, tested to the limit. Final score? Still dry and fresh. Degree Advanced, instantly dry 72-hour non-stop protection.
It's Saturday primetime. Lakers, Warriors on ABC.
I'm light as a feather, yeah, baby, I float. It's hard to look at my resume and not find a reason to toast. I'm counting my blessings, we ain't stressing, just look at this glow.
It's Saturday primetime. Lakers, Warriors on ABC.
Welcome back here to Stouffer Gymnasium. The Colonels are up big, trying to ice this one down. 3:43 to go. Nichols trying to get back above 500. 12-11 on the season after this one here tonight. They get it inbounds to Collins. To Lansomere Paul. Paul attacks to the rim. Nice finish. Good smooth move there from Lansomere Paul. And 75-49. Preston Murphy, the freshman for UNO. From Rhode Island. Colonel's trying to pull it away. They're fighting on the floor. The ball's loose. There's guys all over the place. And it'll go out of bounds to the Colonels. Good hustle. Nichols has a lot of fresh faces. Lansomere Paul's in there. Makai Collins is in there. Quinn Strander's in there. Ryan Maxwell and Jalen White. So it's all reserves now for the Colonels, who are salting this one away. Paul attacks. Picks up the dribble. Gets it to Strander, who catches it near midcourt. Strander doubled. Gets it to Paul. Clock down to 10. Paul with a triple. How about it? A three-pointer from Lansomere Paul, and it's a 29-point game. The other way, UNO, Cooper. Cooper splits defenders, goes for the flush, and will draw the foul. But let me tell you something. Marquez Cooper, a graduate senior from St. Petersburg, Florida, had evil intentions here. He was trying to posterize the Colonels. Came up a little short in that endeavor, but draws the foul. Go shoot two. Coach Les coaching hard to the final whistle. He's a good coach. UNO's not quite as strong this year as normal. Something tells me that's not going to last very long. They've got a great man at the head of this program. Shot is good. Good coach and also a really good person. Coach Schlesinger is very kind. Loves the game of basketball, loves his players. As the shot is good and the shooter will now leave. Cooper will check out. Sims will check in, a sophomore from Little Rock. 2:40 to go. Comes Paul. All the way through at the rim, lays it up. No, rebound goes to UNO, and they look to push. Sims into the lane, coast to coast, loses the handle, out of bounds to the Colonels. That'll be another UNO turnover. It's been just the story of the night. That's now the 26th turnover for the Privateers. Paul across midcourt. Steps into another one. Strong off the heel. Rebound goes to Strander. Strander pulls it back, reversing it to Collins. Now Maxwell. White. Amir Paul with a mid-range. Way off. Rebound goes to UNO. Doty. Inside of 2 minutes. The Colonels will stay undefeated at home. Attacking the baseline to the rim for a finger roll that's up and good. Kamani Doty. He's got 10. Strander will bring it across the timeline. Picks up his dribble. Now hands it to Collins. Now Paul. Paul into the trees and one. Lansomere Paul did not get a whole lot of playing time until the final stages. And he's telling Coach Austin Claunch, hey, I don't like that very much. He has had a big final couple of minutes here. He's now got 7 points in the game, including that nice finish in the and one. It's always good when you've got depth and you got guys that could come off the bench and make some things happen. Delcadia and Lansomere Paul have both been tremendous tonight as he makes the free throw. 28-point game. Couple of possessions left both ways. Murphy. Get it inside to Sims, who lays it up and in. Now Strander. Get to the corner, White. He's a shooter. That's all day for him. Jalen White is a shooter, and he's not got that much space. He's not going to miss very often. UNO the other way. Sims. Reversing it to Doty. Doty on the little pick and roll, and the flush by Washington. 45 seconds to go. Likely the last possession of the game for Nichols. Strander. Cross midcourt. Get it to White for another three. That one's blocked. Good defense by UNO, but it'll stay with the Colonels with 31.3 to go. Nichols will improve to 7-4 in Southland Conference play, 12-11 overall. We mentioned a second ago they've got a huge game against Southeastern on Saturday. get an inbounds to Collins. Now Strander with a three, short. Rebound goes to the Privateers. Murphy attacks the body of Strander, and that's going to be a foul. So 2 shots coming. Said a minute ago, Nichols was likely not going to get another possession. That's not going to be the case. They're going to have one last opportunity. They'll likely dribble it out. After these free throws from Preston Murphy, he makes it. Get a look at the UNO bench, man. These guys competed. You could just tell they're undermanned. You know, without Jordan Johnson, they're undermanned, shorthanded. Play hard, but right now just don't know they have the personnel to keep up with the biggest of the big in the conference. And winning here in Stouffer Gymnasium is a tough feat for anybody. Lansamir Paul near midcourt, dribbling it out. The Nichols Colonels are going to get a 25-point win against their conference rival. Strander near midcourt, looking at the clock. Coach Claunch is very pleased as his team gets a victory. It's 84-59. Nichols gets a win, sending the home crowd happy.